Okay. Hello and top of the morning to you all. And John, on behalf of Second Dynasty, I actually am not an employee of Second Dynasty as a reminder for any legal things. I am just someone who just kind of like latched on to Ben and doesn't let go. And yeah, this is the best microphone I could find. It's actually this really cheap one, and I'm running it through the NVIDIA Broadcast AI Studio thingy. I'm hoping. Hello, you employant. It's a joy. What are we talking today? Well, couches, but not yet. We actually have to talk about the things that we must talk about. That they're the things of what's going on. First, let's talk about the tribe. Ben is away this is his first week, full week he's been away. He's been playing Civilization, I believe. I think he got the new one too. And he says it's not as bad. I think he got the new one. I really don't read the messages that well. But as you can see, you're in my new apartment, and it's a small little place. Look, I could touch the side of this thing while sitting, which is this roof part that angles up. And this last week has been full of things I need to do. In fact, I need to move this up so I can see things. I have my monitors. I have two monitors like vertical style because of how small this desk is. It's not good for this way. I might be able to do it that way. But anyway, it's been a busy time. I want to talk about some stuff. Ready? This dresser, I assembled that this week. I assembled this fireplace thing. I have to repair something on it. I sent a repair request to the company. They said, can you just fix it yourself? Here's how you do it. Open it up here and then cut this part off. I'm like, okay. And so we'll give you $20. I was like, but at least I'll get it repaired. It makes a clicking. It's a fireplace. I put that together, the dresser together. It looks very strange. It has all this little trim work and, yeah. And I had to find a dresser that doesn't cover the electrical panel. That was fun. But I'm not interested in playing house. So that sounds terrible. I hope that expression means just putting things together and having fun. But I've been working there's a downstairs office that I've also rented from the same people. And I got to install a vent. I had to make a custom vent because the vent had to fit onto their old oak shingles and not go past a single shingle. And they appreciated, yeah, the Benjamin is actually not here yet. It's in the office. He enjoys the office because it's warmer. Benjamin is like warm, moist environments. I hate that word, wet environments. With a swamp monster now. Oh no, that was not me. That was Ben. But yes, please like and subscribe because I need money. And when you like, I'm allowed to take more money from Ben. So thank you so much. Much appreciated. Subscribing also is great. Yeah, that would be, it would be hilarious if when you open the fuse box, the Benjamin is just in there, like sipping on some energy. Ben, it's good to see you. I want to also talk about what I've been doing in the office. I'm getting the resin printer. I have the power strip coming in today. That's been a major blocker for me because I've only run like one printer at a time. He's on holiday. Yes, he's leaving now. Thanks for running things, John. I'm so glad you're feeling better already. Employee equals payment. I'm paid with other means. But this is, wait. Okay, I've been downstairs. I got the one of my printers that I bought it as a pre-order. I finally opened it and it has a firmware bug. But I reached out to the company and they've given me the proper file and installed it. And now it's working again. I couldn't use any of the Wi-Fi features. And it turns out this was a no problem. But they don't just provide the firmware version. You have to send them a picture of your motherboard. And then you have to download the file they give you because each motherboard becomes slightly different. So the firmware is needed different, even though they were all part of the same batch. Anyway, I guess supply issues. Yes. Maya. No, I'm not running Maya. My little computer is just, that can't do that. We got the resumes ready and I got something cool. I want to show you guys. I found it in a store and it was only $20 and I think it's going to be really cool for resin printing. Then I've gotten my FDM printers set up. I'm running some test prints of the Fifth Frontier War. I had a nozzle issue. I want to actually get into that. Oh, they're putting QR codes on boards people just send to support. That makes sense. Why can't you put the code out on the outside casing so that I don't have to open it up to know which motherboards want it? So I replaced the nozzle, but let's see, does this work? Yeah, it works. And guess who's going to be coming by today? That's right, it's Benjamin. Whoa. So Benjamin, let's point out, this is how the nozzle is supposed to look over here. And, oh, okay. And this area is what my nozzle was like. I was starting to cause some weird glitches, and here's what I'm going to show you. How you know when it's a bad issue. I start replacing it the moment I see this. When it does a bigger retraction and starts a new scene, you'll start noticing this pattern. That means your nozzle should have been replaced. But I always wait till then because I usually have a few test prints I can run where I don't care about that. I just want to test something, and then I just replace it when I have a moment. And it's not too long. I do need to purchase the actual I need to buy some more nozzles because I just replaced mine. And I finally have switched to hardened steel. I don't, because they were sold out of this regular ones at the time. It's one moment, please. And we're back. I still have been getting over COVID and have been having some long-term complications, which has been so fun. I get into these coughing fits. Yes, you've missed the cursed door. Anyway, let's go to the next picture. This is when I start noticing this, when I know I need to replace my nozzle. I want to talk about ironing for a moment. Oh, so if you start noticing this ironing pattern on your prints, because I was ironing the black and the white, it's not a problem with the black, even though the white looks significantly better. The problem was that the filament was not reaching where the layers expected. So when it's ironing, it's slightly ironing over the air, and you get this weird pattern all over it where it's just deposited material. You can really see this in this example. This is an extreme example. And this actually has, you notice the white over here is white. The white over here is showing that slightly too low. And this ironing mistake is beautiful. If you see this, your layers are where the computer thinks the filament should be and where it's at are so out of sync because it's syncing. And that just means you need to rework how you're printing your bridges. I've noticed doing double bridges in Orca Slicer has tremendously helped this, and I wish I had a good picture. But yeah, fuzzy skin, but not on purpose. It is some beautiful things there. Now I want to show you the other thing I've got. Okay, where's my next thing? Thank you. I want to talk about, now the brands have been removed from all these products. Look at it. Look how happy Benjamin is. He gets to be with all those people. The more the merrier. I found this in a popular store, and it was a bottle sanitizer and a milk warmer for babies. And I opened the box inside the store to look inside because I wonder if this has what I need. And it has a pickle basket. That's what I call this. I don't know what it really is. But it has all these little basket with a bunch of holes in it, and it holds water, and it heats the water to particular temperatures for sanitizing. And this is perfect for resin printing. So I've been using before a glass jar and a candle warmer, which has not been ideal. because the temperatures fluctuate a lot. This will let me be able to set the thing, put it in, dunk them, and then pull them back out so I can pull the supports off, because hot water, after you're done cleaning it, you can then dunk them in hot water to get the support material to just pop away before you cure it. And I was thinking that was just a lovely purchase. And I was very happy. And it was $20. So I was like, okay, I could do that. See? Click the buttons. Burn. And it also has an auto off. The candle warmer did not have an auto off, and I accidentally left it on one weekend, and it just stayed. Thank you, Benjamin, and you're gone. Okay. It just warmed up the glass so hot, and there was nothing left in the glass. All the water had drained away, and the little bits of resin that had come off the models was just in the bottom, just powdery. It was beautiful. So I'm so glad I now have that little safety auto off. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, how is the microphone? And by the way, I have my chat up so I can read it. I'm not like Ben. I read the chat constantly. I'm seeing the little things people put. So yeah, feel free to chat about stuff. And let's go to our next thing. I know this is nothing about this is couch, but this is the big part where this is the first quarter of the stream, and we talk about other stuff. Let's talk about the tribe. What we'll be working on are items for the tribe. The tribe is a monthly subscription, my Patreon, that's done through My Mini Factory, link in the description below. Yeah, it's a AI enhanced mic, sorry. We love talking about stuff and things so specific. This month, people got a tread floor. Thank you for coming back, Curse Store, and a turret system that can go into a standard grid forge tile. For the vehicles tier, which was $5 a month, they got this tank thingy. This is actually going to be going up soon, but it won't go up if you're already on it, and it's not planning to go up until I think November, I believe it goes up, and that will be, and anyone who's still on it will not see a price increase at all. And those will stay at that price permanently, but the price for new people, or people that unsubscribe and resubscribe, will go up. Yeah, that camo pattern, I think it's Veroni generated, I believe. It's not recommended to actually print that. Though I actually was thinking about, you could actually turn those all into individual panels, and there is an amazing effect sheet that you can put on your printer that does a similar Veroni pattern of light, and then print it in a green and put all those parts just to have that texture on the bottom, and then just snap them onto the thing, and then you would have that pattern. You would have that texture. It won't be perfect across. You have to be very careful how you lay it out to get the pattern to look as close as possible to be a proper wrap. But it could be done, and that I think that'll be a very fun thing to do. But I don't have the time. But yeah, look up those effect plates for printers. I don't know what the new price will be for the vehicles when it comes up. I don't know if it's gonna be $6 or $6.50 or $6.49 or something like that. And then we have Friends of Benjamin, which is $10.19 a month, done through an annual subscription, or $12.22 a month, because Benjamin loves twos, part of Second Dynasty. And you get both you get the vehicles and the Grid Forge tier, as well as the back catalog goodies, which is generally about $20 worth of things from our previous releases, which is, yeah. And then you get a bigger discount on things you do want to buy, and you also get all these little cool things to customize the top. I also want to talk about the releases for next month. One moment, let me just do my coughing bit, and then we'll resume. There we go. So let's talk about what's happening next month. Normally we don't talk about next month, but I've been asked to do all the releases, and so I've been working on this. Here's what we're going to be doing. Let me pull up. This was also in our Discord, link in the description below, so you can join it and get told of what's coming out in advance, or just talk about things and stuff. Here's the things. There'll be for Grid Forged here, there's going to be a new floor. It's a remix of one of our older designs. Sugar showed me a really cool tile he worked on, but the problem is it doesn't print well. Sorry, Sugar, I hope that's not rude to you. The bridging is not how I would handle it. I'm going to modify that print, and it's going to be one of our ones that is designed for multicolor. The Grid Forged here, there's also that rocky terrain. There's going to be borders that will be released of the rocky terrain. That was originally to be a stretch goal for the Expendable campaign, but it's now just going to be a release. We didn't hit it, so it's going to be put out in the tried. And we're also working on a new couch that's a 2x1 tile, just a couch. We don't have a couch that's not a circular couch or something like, it's just, we have all these other things, and we need to design that today. And we're going to be pulling up Krita and sketching out some ideas, and I'm going to get your feedback. Then we have, for the vehicles tier, I'm going to tell you about the, thank you, Shurgal. We're going to be having the Eridani Magnetron. This is the thing I was supposed to actually explain today. So let me pull up a picture, and let me make sure I've actually got this working. I'm very bad at this. Okay. I have no idea this is going to work. Let's see. I'm going to go back to image, picture. Let's swap this out. I think it's going to be a little weird looking. Okay, that does work. So this is the Eridani Magnetron. The Eridani is the company that makes it. They're the same people that make the Globial. They're the same company that just kind of copies people, and they're the Temu of Second Dynasty Universe. This is a product line where these giant arms can actually rotate, and they will be able to rotate in the real product. They pivot toward it out, and they're able to grab some items physically, but they also have like a special magnetic field to stasis items between them. And there's like a little caution: don't put organic living creatures in the grip of the Magnetron, as heating will result, followed by death. And it's about a 6x6 tile area, and it can fit into a 6x4 in its crab state or lobster state, depending on how you want to. And you can get a ladder to put it in. But I also want to talk about the Eridani Mesmer. Let's pull that up. Mesmer. This is the Mesmer. Now, this I know is a little bit messed up, but these are not just like suction cups. They're just really quick sketches of the back engines that will pivot in the same way, and it has a cabin inside. This doesn't have the gripper arms anymore. As a 2x2 is the planned area for a grid forge interior. It will include a simple bed, a basic one here, and an open air toilet on this side. It has fully automated piloting, so it will not have ability to put a pilot in it. And it's designed more for like inside the same solar system travel, though it's still not quick. It can do it. And it has these little things. It also has thrusters on this area. I think it has 8 in different directions, so it can still thruster around. And then it uses these to then push itself forward. And that is the general area. So we've spent, that's what next month is. And I'm working on it. People keep saying it's the recognizer from Tron, which is not that far off. Is the biology term for closing a lobster claw is cella closure? Is this some joke that I don't get, or is that actually literally what it's called? Because that's hilarious. So that's what it's called. In the sense of it's just that. Why is that a name? Oh, not a joke. Okay then. I like by shadows. Oh, I didn't go over what's on there. Those are the did I? Yeah, I think I did. The teddy bears from childhood, a beach candle. I like the smell of it. And that is an old book that came from when my mother was in high school, and she went to a book fair and she got that book. And it's Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. Is that how you say that? Or Shel Silverstein? I'm not sure. but it's a book I greatly enjoy it. And it's what I decided to decorate my thing is. Entire layer is called a cheliped. That's interesting. So we're going to talk about, let's launch Krita. I might have to move the chat to the top, just so I can see it a little bit better. And if you're wondering where in the world is anything, this is just me waiting for Krita to launch. I should have launched it while I was talking about what was on my dresser. And I think we're going to try to keep this to a briefer stream just because it's I don't have much to talk about besides what I've already talked about now. And, I want to create 3 sketches. And then I want to present them to the tribe in a poll. And then while I'm waiting for that one to come out with the result, I'll be working on the magnetron and the mesmer. And it's my hope to get those done and out for test printing by the end of next week for both the mesmer and the magnetron. And then the floor I can actually do today. So we'll do a new image. That seems good. I know you can't see anything just yet. I apologize. Let's do when you think of like a science fiction couch, I often think of these really uncomfortable things. Is that just a me thing? Because like I imagine like strong angles, just general discomfort. I need to put on my glove. I have a whittled glove. I go, and I don't even know this is going to work with this pen. Okay, good. So let's begin. Let's get our brain started with just something fun. And we're just going to have some quick fun. And he looks a little younger in this one. They look like freckles when they go that high. I could see a beanbag chair in a spaceship. And like something was wrong with Benjamin and ears because I was still learning to sculpt. The whole point of Benjamin was to practice sculpting. And I was like, I got to make this in the most horrifying way. Why does he not look as horrifying in this one? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's his mouth. I also think it's his eyes. They look too soft and kind. It's good to actually always have a little bit of fun before you start doing the real drawing. Before we go to our there. I don't know why he's not doing it. Why he's just he needs some what's the word? I really like how this responds. It needs that USB port in the middle. Yeah. It does look like a USB port. You're right. There's like a F key and oh, it doesn't work in this one. So let's talk some fun sketch ideas because we're going to sketch this out. When you think of a couch, let's just talk about the isometric, like a basic isometric. This is like the bare minimum of a couch, right? And what kind of things can we do to make this not feel such a, like this is the Simpsons, you know, it's a couch. It does its job. Actually, they commonly do this to the couch. Why is it so big now? There we go. This cushion is commonly done like this. And then this cushion. That's not what I was trying to do. This button is hard to press. They often do it like that. This is a, oh, actually it's a toggle. That's why I'm like, it's acting weird. That's the common couch, right? This is the, no one cares about you. This is just the, so let's see what we can do to make this interesting. I'm thinking about maybe we can do a top bar. For some reason, this round effect I see a lot of in a lot of sci-fi. I'm thinking about printability too. And stack these like that. And then you do, they do something, what is it? I think it goes to another circle. Kind of does. Yeah. Almost looks like a park bench. I think they often switch the circles down. Maybe they don't. I looked at a bunch of couches, which makes a very weird search. Just couches, couches, couches. I felt like I was going crazy, and I would stop looking because I don't want to copy any particular couch. I wanted to make a swivel arm. I like the arms to angle out with a pillow and lay down. A swivel. You know, you guys have good ideas. So a swivel, well, it won't actually swivel. I'm not loving this design. And I'm wondering, can we borrow the idea of it? Let's we do like here. And then do here. I'm liking this idea better. I think like maybe something like this. Then run a this is the I don't like you, but we have to share a space design. I input some cup holders. With pillow in it. So I like to have a gentle curve to fit to that faces people a little inward. Straight lines don't feel, yeah, they don't. So this is my idea for and then it has like a curve. We actually could add a spot for a supporting clip here. And this goes down. Oh, this is, I am hitting this button by mistake. And this could be a supporting clip in this section that goes to support a removable arm of some type. If you put console cup holder, make it modular to change out with long couch. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. So I like what you're thinking. So you're saying, let's make this item here. That'll be actually a really cool feature to where this is by default, why is it still the right? Oh, I have to keep the pen near the screen when I press the button. So you're thinking like, do it like this. This will have a supported clip. These two chairs are not, these have to be there. And this could be a simple supported clip here. I like when I work out mechanics while I'm still sketching. And then there are two options. There's a console option. With, it has some cup holders. And let's give it padding here. It's like 2. And then there'll also be an option, and that will be slightly curved. We're just doing a quick sketch. This could go here. Or it can be a shorty. That can go there. Is that what we're thinking? Where you can pick, because then you can make it be a tiny seat. Or be a console. Yeah. And then you have the option of arms on the side or not. This is actually, I'm wondering if I even need to give a poll, because could this be something that people already like? Include a console or a tray? Like, what are we talking about? Like just an empty, like an empty tray? Or TV? What's going on here? I like the idea of, I think I'm only gonna stick to the armrests with the cup holders are the chair option. Bunch of the clip. Yeah. And then, and then for this area, yes. So let's talk about, this will be a, did I do this on a separate layer? I did. So this is gonna, the thing throws me how it does because it's batteryless, I think to click it when I'm up here, but it doesn't do anything. I have to make sure I click when I'm close. My grip is wrong. So there will be like a clip in. A clip in that's just a sidearm. Pouch Simulator 2025. You understand me so well, Shadow Liker. We will have what's another option we can put? You said a tray? And if you're wondering why I'm doing a flat edge, it's because I'm already planning the print orientation for this. And I'm kind of locked to a flat edge there for print. So I can probably get away. And then you're thinking like I'm not doing a swivel item. This could actually been a little prettier because of how the orientation I'm going. I think I can get away with that. And this will clip in this spot here. There's like on this side, there's a little supporty clip. It's like a supporty clip area on that side. Is this what we're thinking of? So that's one idea. Yeah, and those can be pieces, and then you can have a little more control. It could even be, oh my goodness. Oh, I am weird. I start thinking about these things. This is going to be one of those freestanding objects that you just kind of place in a scene. But I'm wondering if I should make it to where, if I should make it have a base. I'm being ridiculous here. I'm glad that Ben left because he would say, John, stop. Should just be a base. Custom couch. The custom cursor couch. And it's just a simple, there's a strong angle there. And it's just a box that you then, it's just a box that you can put together. And then there could be other mini boxes to make it longer, because that could be an end piece or it could be not. And that I don't know why, but that makes me laugh. It's a sectional. It's a clip together sectional. Like aliens or couch bursters. That sounds. Is this going too far, or you actually can build your sectional in the? Let's make sure it's possible. I'm really liking where this is going. I really want to thank you. If you guys were not here, if you humans were not here, it would have not happened this way. Going too far, have you seen a version with a base as a freestanding would do well? Modular, yes, modular sofa. You get it, Tamsin. Shido, a base. What tile will be the base? That's my only question. Sorry. Because I need to remember, I'm limited on how much time I'm allowed to spend on this item. We're going to pop in Blender real quick. So let's give me my second. It's still loading. Okay, and let's bring in does it auto switch? No, it doesn't. There is supposed to be a way to make this switch, but it's refusing. A 3-clip base along a small center and mirrored ends. I was thinking about showing on that it actually would be a true, all of them are the same. And I need to make sure that actually works. Because then it's truly modular. So let me type, I really love the everything search engine. I don't know how it does it so quickly. Let's bring in Space Karen. This is actually Gemma. I think Gemma's pose is actually wrong. So let's not use Gemma. Why is I think Alara is to scale. Sorry, Gemma. You're not. You'll be useful. I like the second round cards. Yeah, lightning is like a second round cards. I could do it that way, or I could make them all equal. I could release a positive and negative volume may used to modify existing ones to locate couches. Good morning, Will Richards. Yes, should we spend more time in the mayor's office than the couch? You're right. So what size is this? Is she the correct size? She claims to be 9.39 meters, which I don't believe is correct. So let's adjust her scale, because that's not right. She's nowhere 939 centimeters, so I think that's correct. Yep, that's 2.5. Let's do the view scale. I need to set this as a yeah. That just tells me where the grid is. Need corner pieces, convex and concave as well. And then you could have, I love this. This is hilarious to me. I wish there was a way to turn off these subdivisions. When I'm working with these models, I'm always a little bit worried about how much data, how much I'm working my computer. So I always just decimate down to a really low poly object like that. I don't need to see them as they really are. I just need to see the rough cut of them. You know what I could have done? In fact, I might undo this. I could just remesh. I think remesh makes a better looking representation than decimate anyway. And then you set it to a little too high. There you go. Just need a representation. Remember, this piece was made for the reclined pilot's chair. Wait, this was not designed for a chair? Do we have... Do we have one that's... can you tell me a name of somebody we have that is meant to sit? Because Alara, I thought, was within reason. Scout crew. Can you give me a name of the scout crew? Because I don't remember their name. Oh. George Takei. Oh my. What was the name of that scout crew? Because I don't remember their names. Looking. Beep boop. Nat. It was Nat. I remember them now. It just took me this long to remember. This is really old, but this should work. And then we will remesh them. Just need their, looks like they were killed and yeah. So I actually prefer how the chair is going to be close. It's actually going to be closer to like how the couch is, how she is, than how this person is. It's going to be slightly reclined. This person's sitting up too straight for my liking. Calvin sits forward. Let's see, Calvin. I remember Calvin, I think. I feel bad that I don't remember these people. They are something. Yeah, he would work. So these are designed more for a very is what is going. Yeah. I'm actually gonna work with Alara because I actually want the angle of this for the couch. I want people to be sitting more relaxed and rather than upright. I found the chairs are kind of uncomfortable. If that's ridiculous, sorry. They're gonna add a vert, something you can't do in whatever that program is. Maya. Is Jade? Oh, this is Alara. He had a blowout. That's exactly it. I was like, that was just. Does this one have a name change? So we're gonna follow a rule 2.52. Why is that not any different? Oh, it's in the wrong direction. 2.52 by 5.06. Has different hair. Okay. Well, I'm going to work with this person because they are already turned into Pompeii ash. I need to save this real quick. Where is the... It's not... This is the problem I have. The biggest one is I don't know where things should go sometimes. Why don't just do couch, couch exploring. No. I want to see if this makes sense as this. I think that's completely reasonable as a couch. And then it won't be this deep, of course. But like getting it to like from there to there, that's very reasonable in my opinion. And then we'll just let's work with show wireframes. Like, let's bring Gemma back in. I just want to see if why is your scale long? If Space Gemma fits on this thing, and I know you can read the name, it's Gemma. We had to change the name for reasons. Gemma fits on a in this space too. And Gemma's like the biggest person we've made in a seated position. So these chairs are already really large. Can we get away with a floor split? I feel like I'm a what's that called? Airport person. I'm trying to make everyone fit in a small space. How far did I go? Uh, let's actually land this at a good um I'm avoiding the chairs that are actually not to scale. The chairs are long. And I'm going to show you why I avoid using the chairs. Uh, so if I take for example, where is it? It's something that's always bothered me that there is no way to get a seat that lands where their actual feet are on the ground. The pilot seat is pilot seat. I only have the Valkyria pilot seat, which I don't think is what you're talking about. Illinois Jones. I actually don't get that reference, Will. I'm sorry. Where is I don't want Valkyria. I want the seat. Was it the Sleipnir? No. Was it the Beta Centauri that had the pilot seat? Oh, no. Where is the pilot seat? Because I can't remember the name of. And the problem is I've made a seat. You know what? I'm gonna pull up Jeffrey. Jeffrey Jedi. Bridge chair. So I actually made a custom piece. Not custom. This is this piece here is the actual standard that we've been supposed to be designing for. But you notice there's a problem with it. It's way, way too high. So no one's feet actually land on the ground. They're always floating in space. So I'm going to let this actually be a little lower and meet where minis are. It's a couch. It's meant to be more relaxing. It's meant to be a little lower. It's not a dining room chair. If that's weird to do, correct me now. Well, I'm not referring to the seat belt. I'm referring to even the cushion itself is too high. I don't expect the cushion to go down that much when people sit in it. I mean, is that too unrealistic? What the point is, I want it to where the two hard surfaces, the resin and the FTM, actually land where they want to sit. So I want to make this couch a little lower. Local cal equals. Will, are you having a stroke? Because I don't understand. Can you believe the stream's almost over? I think we should make this as a 4x4, this shape here as the universal shape, and have not closed, have the options, put the supporting clips on each side. I actually kind of like that. Am I being ridiculous here? And you just duplicate this across. Belt buckle. Oh, buckle. Sorry, I was like, I don't know what you're saying. And you just connect these together. Let me make sure these support the Boolean, the supporting clip. Because it would be nice if they do. I have that in my library under references. So, this is a problem. The supporting clip is too, it can't go from the top. Is that a problem? This is something that's either freestanding or based, right? And if it's based, you don't need a supporting clip here. So that's the absolute minimum, which I don't love. That I can actually go in, but I have a keyboard. Okay. This is a little too high. I can make, so the couch might be, here's the problem. I need to also connect. So it'll be actual here. Sorry, I did the wrong. The supporting clips are too tall. If I move them to the back, it semi-works. Like if I put it, does that make any sense here? Would that be too big of a couch is my question. And that's the absolute limit of where I can put a support. And that still lets me put a supporting clip here if I want to. And then there will be let's just do a quick. And then here there would be I don't want to see all these extra people. The supporting wedge is less, but it has no grip strength. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to make the thing a little bit deeper. Because again, we actually have a whole tile to work with, so I don't know why I'm so afraid of it. So like, for example, we are still within a tile here. This person we have all the way to here. And then we're finally leaving our tile. Because leaving the tile is dangerous. If anyone's not aware why, it's simply that's how it is. And I will accept no I will not explain. Turn off snapping. I go forward a little bit. Move this a little bit back. Because I like it I like when you don't have to rejigger things when you're in your game. Like, I like it to where if there's a tile there, you can fit a character and the furniture it's supposed to go there. We're just testing the shape. My problem is it's too thin here. And this is going to be the print orientation against the print orientation. The print orientation is here, so I can make it go lower here, but I can't make this go inset more. Unless I do a side. But then that's also limiting. I think I have to accept slightly higher minis. Just so I don't have that super thin effect. What do you guys think? mean, this looks like a bench right now, but is that third class is close, but is actually too big? Um, you mean how it's not exactly? Let's see if I can actually go a little bit inset more. This can go a little bit more to the left. I think, actually, let's test how far I can go. There's a limit. I like to give, I like to give a little more space than he does. I like to give a minimum of 0.8. Because it makes it where if you're on a 0.2 nozzle, you're not paying a penalty. You can shrink to 50% and still have two parameters. It's actually too long now. Which is a good problem to have. Let's see. We're actually ending the stream in just a moment, but I want to get the idea of this down better. Yeah. I'm removing the impinges on seat if you sit all the way back. I think this is actually getting closer to what I want. I feel this could make a more interesting design. And you sit as far back as you can. It's slightly impinging on the feet, but I think this is going to be reasonable because I think it's a good compromise. This could be turned into a this would be turned into rounding. This we will adjust all of this to be a little prettier, and I think we have a design that I'm okay with. There's a tiny lip. I like to scale this better, and then we can have little like you can do you can do a second piece, and it will kind of just clip together. And it will clip sideways. In fact, let's make sure I'm not mistaken here. How many holes can I put in this thing? Thank you guys for coming to the stream. We're actually already over. I'm going to say the stuff I normally say. So I think the minimum size is going to be one tile. I think it has to be two pieces is the minimum. Just because this is a little too full. No, that's still going to be a problem. Is there any way I can fit this? Yes, like, share, subscribe, always in a tribe, drink your Ovaltine, the usual things. I think I can get away with, yeah, I'm going to have to get away with that. This will be an open cavity. These will share a hole, which is not, that sounds awful. That's the minimum. So if we can fit, I like designing around this. If we can fit that there, that'll make me feel better. And then let's do this. Let's run it like that. This is just because of the parameters. A lousy commercial. I think I'm okay with that. This feeling that it's making. And just stretch that out a little bit more. It's not ideal, but it is okay because I think people can accept. Grid Forge needs a major award. You're very kind, Will. Yes, we're designing cushions. Welcome to the stream. Let's make cushions. This will work. Well, sorry. Look at that. That is hilarious. How many ports I have carved into this. This will have 3 ports on it. It won't have a way to connect to the bottom because it's meant to be freestanding. But this makes me laugh. Let's actually just see what that looks like. I need to stop. I need to actually work on this in private. But you see that there will be a cut hole here. I may adjust this one. Oh, yeah, this is where it goes. I'm just doing test booleans. Sue me later. Like that's yeah, so we can have cup holders. We can have this is a very universal piece now. You can adjust this to be a cup holder for 2 people. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. Just a tray, another couch cushion. But we need to design the couch cushion next. And we also need to design this kick plate. This kick plate is kind of boring. But I know I'm kind of stuck with that boring kick plate. That's a problem, isn't it? Yep, you get it. That will have to be a flat edge there just because of the limitations. I'm already at a boundary. I can make it thicker and add some details and some paneling or something interesting for design work. But yeah, this is our base idea for the couch. I'm actually pretty happy with where we're currently going. And I'm going to not send this to the tribe. I was originally going to send them like an idea, but this is actually really, people in the stream gave it all these things. So I'm going to work on making this a reality. Getting a couch thing in. There won't be an inner and outer corner because that's outside our budget. Bye, everybody. Be well. Ciao.